YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got not a pickups video for you here. Actually, this one here is a collection update. I'm going to break my collection down into pieces basically and show you what I have. So I thought I'd start off with the biggest chunk of my collection, and this video is probably going to be quite lengthy, so you'll have to bear with me. But if you like NES stuff, then you're in for a treat. There's a lot of pretty good solid titles in here. Nothing uber rare, but you know, I'm upwards of 150 I think titles. Actually, part of the reason for doing this video is so that I can do a count as well to see exactly how many games I have in my collection. But I'll get started on that immediately. The first part of the collection I'll show you actually has one of my rare titles, a couple of games that are in like funky cases and stuff like that. Just because they're sort of on the forefront of the shelves, like they're things that are on display. And then I'll kind of get into the first sort of like, so I don't know how many it is, but a first number of titles that aren't really the things that interest me. They kind of came in lots, and you know, I'm not going to unload them because I do want to collect for the NES, so I'm going to hold on to them, but I'm not really that interested in playing them, although you might find something in there that you recommend that I check out. So, you know, let me know in the comments as well for that. But without further ado, I'll get started. Try to stick around because some of the best stuff comes later on. Okay then, let's get started and we'll see what we have here. The first ones that I'll show you actually are my Double Dragon games that I got here. These ones here I got with these special cases. Just came in an eBay lot, but there it is there. No manual or anything like that. Just came in these cases, so I thought I'd get these two out of the way. There's the Double Dragon 2 and then Double Dragon. Moving on to some of my loose games. Bases Loaded second season. Wall Street Kid. Anticipation. Rockin' Ball. Jaws. Top Gun. Golf. Goal 2. Mock Rider. Predator. This is Thriller Surfer, Safari. Shenzhen the Ruler. Dungeon Magic. Xenophobe. Captain Skyhawk. Kind of beat up copy of the original Black Golf. Karnov. Concentration. NES Play Action Football. Tecmo Bowl. Don't even know how to say this one, I forget now. Cybernoid. World Games. Mario Bros. WrestleMania. Super Bowl, really beat up there. Looks like someone put a cigarette to it or something at some point. Pinball. Double Dribble. Shirazade or something. I don't know. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Everyone's favorite, Taboo, the game that isn't a game. There's 10-Yard Fight. Magic Johnson's Fast Break. Bases Loaded. American Gladiators. Bad News Baseball. Black Box Baseball. Elevator Action. Ring King, really beat up. A copy of that. Duck Hunt. Also some additional Tengen carts. I have Pac-Man, Super Sprint, Clax, RBI Baseball, and RBI Baseball 3. Alright, so the next bunch of games here are the ones that I'm mostly interested in playing. For the most part, either I have good memories of them back in the day or things like that. Those first ones that I showed you are just sort of like ones that came in lots that I'm not particularly interested in. I mean, some of them aren't necessarily bad games. It's just they're not ones that I'm going to be popping in the system first and foremost. There's a lot of other ones here that I'm more interested in. The first one I'll start with is actually probably my rarest game that I have in my collection, and I'm not going to be taking it out of this sleeve, but it is Tengen Tetris. I found this one actually at a Value Village, and I believe I had a video about this one. I don't know if it was, if I got this before I started making videos or if one of my original videos had this in it, but I think I paid like $6 or $5 for it. You know, loose card and everything, but still pretty awesome right there. One of my better finds. Another game that I really like, so I also put it in one of these plastic containers, is Final Fantasy. I thought I'd show you guys those ones first. Really enjoyed this back in the day. I was absolutely like enthralled by this game as a kid. Played this for hours on end. It doesn't so well stand up these days, but it's still a great title for sure. Continuing on, we got 1943. Always loved this kind of game in the arcades. Unfortunately, a no-labeled Tiny Toon Adventures 2, Trouble in Wacky Land. This one here, the original front on this one. This is a different front. I actually took this off of another game that was totally beat up and missing a label, and this one here actually has the Tiny Toon Adventures sticker, but there was like a huge crack all along here and cracks all through it. So it was part of a lot. That's why it came like that. I'll probably replace that eventually. I have other priorities though. First, copy of Ice Hockey. Love this game. Wicked. Copy of Werewolf. I tracked this one down on eBay, I believe. Pretty happy with that one right there. Kind of obscure game. I don't know if it's totally common. I don't think that it is though. Wizards and Warriors. You know, classic game right there. The Little Mermaid. Pretty underrated game, I think, although it's gaining in popularity these days. Cabal, I don't know a whole lot about this. Came in a lot, heard pretty good things about it, so want to check it out. Some things that I've added recently: Akari 3: The Rescue. Copy of Clu Clu Land. Mylon's Secret Castle. Impossible Mission. Marble Madness. This one here actually came in a lot recently. I did see this at a pawn shop and they were wanting like $7 or $8 for it, and I just didn't really want to pick that up, so I ended up getting this one as part of a lot, so I'm glad I kind of held out because I really wanted to get a good copy of that in my collection, because this game right here, the one I had I think was missing its label as well, so that's an upgrade for me for sure. Ninja Gaiden 2. A Boy and His Blob. Dr. Mario, loved this game. Friend of mine had it back in the day. Didn't get a whole lot of chance to play it. Actually, he's a friend of my brother's, so I only played it a few times, but I loved it when I played it. RC Pro-Am, used to play this game like to no end. It's really hard when you get in the upper levels, but what a great title. I think it's just super common, so people don't really, you don't have to really spend a lot to get that one, but it's a really wicked game. This one here is the Blues Brothers, one of the only games I've ever found at this Salvation Army in my city, because they always put their stuff on auction. I saw this sitting on one of the racks in the back. Just I happened to be walking by and I spotted the Nintendo sleeve, and I was like, whoa, wait. And I kind of talked to the lady, and she actually priced it right in front of me. I think I only paid a couple bucks for that one. Mega Man 4. Picked this up at the Waterloo Gaming Expo last year. Load Runner. A little bit of beat up on the label. Star Soldier. This one's here is pretty awesome too. Ghosts and Goblins. Obviously a well-known game here. Excite Bike, one of the original type ones. Desert Commander. Super Spike V-Ball. Great memories of this game too. Really loved it. Awesome game. Definitely check it out. It's super cheap too to buy. City Connection. Don't know a whole lot about this, but want to check it out. Really hate when they don't put the names on the outside of them like that, though. Unfortunately, that's the way that one is. A super beat up copy of Double Dragon 3. No label on it. Sort of half a label on it, actually. Contra. Of course, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. There's Little Nemo Dream Master. Copy of Viper. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Took me a while to get this one after I started collecting. This is one that I was always looking out for. So happy to have gotten that one. Adventure Island. This is another one of the ones that I found out thrift shopping. Pretty awesome. I do have, I think I have a video of me cleaning that in one of my collections here. Super Mario Bros. 3, obviously. Base Wars, loved this game too, and I'm not really a sports title kind of guy, but I really liked this back in the day. I enjoyed the whole robot aspect to it. Paperboy, used to play this game on Commodore 64 a lot. It's a Mad Max outside, but it's actually Dodgeball that's in here. When I got this, Dodgeball, it was part of a lot that had this Mad Max game in it, which I don't even have. I have the, I actually took the, whatever you call it, the board out of it and put Dodgeball in here because I want to play Dodgeball. Don't really care about Mad Max, but I'm sure I'll come across it in a lot eventually. Faxanadu, love this game, really great game. Pretty cheap too. Qbert, classic of course. Gauntlet, got this one also at the Retro Gaming Expo. Picked up quite a number of these there as well. Most of these are from eBay though. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yoshi. Archon, used to play this on the Commodore 64 as well. I really liked it there. It's like chess kind of thing. And Boulder Dash, another Commodore 64 game I used to play as well. Didn't have that on the NES originally though. Punch Out, pretty awesome right there. Another beat up copy that came from an eBay lot of Monster Party. Unfortunately, horrible label on it, but still works great. Plays like a champ. Here's a game that other people, kind of overlook, or it's pretty common. I think you see a lot. It's cheap, but I love this game. Spot. If you haven't, go check this one out. It's pretty fun. It's just a little puzzle game type thing, but it's really a blast. It's a nice pick up and play type thing real quick. Blaster Master, game I didn't really know a whole lot about back in the day, but I'm wanting to check it out now when I get a chance. Rad Racer. Wrath of the Black Manta. Another game, kind of interesting game actually. I played it a lot. The triple one, the athletic one or whatever, track and field, with Mario and Duck Hunt. Baseball Stars SNK game. Don't know a whole lot about that one. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Pretty cool. The classic. I actually, when I got this one, I played it for quite a bit. I actually got really close to finishing it and then sort of got interested in other things, but the original Legend of Zelda, of course, no collection is complete without it. Blades of Steel, awesome game as well. A unfortunately beat up copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I will replace this eventually, but at this time, this is what I got. Bionic Commando, Iron Sword, another classic, Galaga, Swamp Thing, kind of a rare title, Spy Hunter, used to play that on the Commodore 64 as well. Commando, also used to play this on the Commodore 64. Pro Wrestling. My unfortunate copy of Battletoads, which I've shown before, which has a hole in it. I replaced the backing, but of course I can't replace the front because it has the artwork. Somebody had drilled a hole all the way through it, but I got it cheaply because of that, and I mean it plays and everything, so I'm pretty happy with that. Mega Man 3, Friday the 13th, Kid Cool, the Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants, Skate or Die, used to play that a little bit, didn't really like it that much when I was a kid. Akari Warriors 2, Victory Road, Rygar, Kung Fu, classic as well. Star Tropics, I didn't really play this as a kid, my wife actually played this though, when she was younger. Image Fight, don't know a whole lot about it, it's kind of beat up. My favorite of the original Mario games, which this isn't a Mario game in reality because it's Doki Doki Panic, which is rebranded with Mario characters, but I still loved this one. I think I like it the best out of all of them. I know probably some of you are going to burn me at the stake for that, but whatever. This is the one called Super Mario 2, or Super Mario Bros. 2, also known as when Luigi gets his own personality. That's where you really see him differently from Mario. RoboCop, and what's this one called again? I forget. TNC Surf Designs, DuckTales, Mighty Bomb Jack, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, used to play this a lot. Here's a game that I didn't know a thing about back in the day, River City Ransom. It's not in perfect shape or anything like that, but I love this game. Now, I wish I had found this when I was a kid. I would have loved it even more so. A game I totally loved back in the day, Micro Machines. This one's kind of interesting. It's one of these ones with the weird hole in it and it's supposed to be like pins and stuff on it. I had to actually cut out the chip or whatever you call it, disconnect the chip in my NES system to get this one to play. The lockout chip, I had to disable it. Dragon Warrior, Mendel's Palace, the so common but amazing game Tetris. Off-Road, used to play this a little bit down, in the arcade type thing. Loved the off-road type games, those were fun. Adventure Island 2. Kind of funny, I was checking this out on eBay looking to buy it because I didn't think I had it in my collection. I'm glad I made this video. Guardian Legend. Bubble Bobble, again, awesome game. Ninja Gaiden 3. Xevious. Burger Time, used to play that on the Commodore 64. Metroid, this version of it doesn't really matter to me as long as I have a version of it. Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link, or rather Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Whatever. Didn't even know I had that. Actually, it was just kind of funny because it's a gold card. I was looking at that on eBay recently too. Mickey Mouse Capade. Metal Gear. Castlevania Dracula's Curse. Destination Earthstar. Akari Warriors. The original Castlevania. And these are my box games. I'm not going to pull them off the shelf here. You can kind of see I just have them set up. In behind there's a complete in box Nintendo system. It's not like mint or anything, but the box is perfect. I showed that in the video that I had as well. And then my box games, so there's that Jeopardy 25th anniversary, baseball, there's the Lone Ranger, Tetris, Mario 3, and Bubble Bobble. These three here actually were sitting in my wife's basement since her youth, until, like her parents' basement rather, until I started collecting, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get those. So she didn't have the games because she had given the console and everything away, but she had that box with all the inserts and everything in it, and then she had these 3 boxes as well with all the manuals, everything like that. So all I had to do was, and I had the extra games, so I was able to do that. These 3 I already have sort of in my loose ones, so those won't really be opened. These 3 here are actually not in my collection already, so that's kind of cool, but I'll probably end up getting loose copies of those as well. Alright, so if you've made it this far, then you've seen everything that I have in my collection. I hope you enjoyed the preview of all the games I got there. I'll probably in the future go in depth into some of these things and just talk about my experiences with them when I was younger and my experiences nowadays with these games as well. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hope you enjoyed that overview of my NES collection, and I will see you all later.